Hello everyone and welcome back to Grand Theft Space. My name is Daniel Parks and I seem to have found a mysterious planet type of thing. I left the Sol system, which is our solar system. Well, Milky Way is our solar system, but that's where all of our planets and stuff reside, is back there in Sol. I am currently in deep space and I seem to have found this round kind of orb looking thing. It's weird. I don't know what it is. I left the Sol system. I've literally been traveling for about 35 minutes in real world time. So I am sitting here trying to get to this little circle, and I don't know where it is or what it is or anything like that. And I'm just heading that direction. I'm not entirely sure what to do other than just keep flying straight. But there's the Sol system right down there. About 35 minutes real world time from me. And so here I am kind of, and just so you guys can see it, you can see the circle around. And I don't know, this might just be kind of like a little warp area. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. But we will find out shortly. We shall find out. Because I'm getting closer and closer and closer. And I don't know if this is like to another side of our system. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just sitting here traveling, being a space pioneer in my little shuttle. Now, really, to be 100% honest, this shuttle would never be what we would be able to travel into deep space with. It's not big enough by any means to be able to do anything with. We would have to have some sort of food management and an exercise room, because what would end up happening is we'd be working, if you don't work out, there's no gravity on your arms, there's no gravity on your legs to walk around, and so your muscles would just sit there and deteriorate. So you would sit there and kind of fold off into nothing because you'd have no muscles. So when you'd land on Earth, you'd probably be crushed. Your bones would probably get brittle. It'd be bad. So we would need like a workout area, because this would take years, like years and years and years, like hundreds of years, in order to be able to actually get as far as I am at the moment. Being outside of our system down there, and then in deep space. I did end up in deep space, and at the moment that's what this is deep space, and heading towards this little circle thing here. Whoa. That looks like water. You guys see it right there on the right? That's weird. We will find out shortly. I have a feeling I'm just nosediving into water at the moment. So weird and trippy. What is that? I just saw. Was that? What is that? You guys see that? What's going on here? I don't understand. Oh man, this is trippy. This is trippy. I feel like it's like an anomaly out in space, and I'm going to warp somewhere else. But as I get closer, I mean, the texture definitely looks like water back home at nighttime. This is strange. But you guys can see on my mini-map, I have a planet this direction, or something this direction. I don't know what it is. And I didn't even see it until I came out into deep space. I was visiting Neptune, left Neptune, saw deep space there, and was like, hey, I'm going to head that direction. So about 15 minutes later, I get into deep space. Next thing you know, I'm out here, and I see this planet. I have no idea where I am, other than, the Sol system is down there, which has, like, Earth and, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, all of that. And I'm out here way away And I have no idea what I'm even looking at here. It's just trippy as all get out. I mean, you have to really want it. That's for darn sure. That is for darn sure. I mean, nothing has changed in the past couple of minutes. Like, it just... still traveling towards this thing. I don't know what it is. I mean, you guys could see that it was definitely a circle. And it was a circle in space. And now I'm definitely getting closer, though, because that whatever that texture is right there is getting a lot closer. It's like a mysterious planet. And what's weird is there's no indicator. You know, everywhere else is like, oh, well, you know, we go this direction, we'll see Venus and things like that. And there isn't anything here. And I'm starting to see a lot of sparkles. This is weird. Look at the light reflecting off of the space shuttle. I think I found water in space. I'm going to flatten it out a little bit, but look at that. I'm going to try not to go down too fast. This is trippy, man. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm going to try to get closer. That's a weird. Just how it turns is weird. But, I mean, it looks like water. This is so weird. I mean, I don't even know what to do right now because it's definitely water. And if I keep going down, I'm going to land in water. And there's no telling where I'll end up. I'm going to kind of head this direction for a little bit. But, I mean, it's definitely water in deep space. I don't see any land anywhere. And the interesting thing is I don't know whether right now it looks like I'm actually floating with my, where I am in my horizon down there, whatever that thing is called. It shows that I'm like level with the ground, which makes sense. But what ground am I level with? Yeah, that's my question. But it is definitely water. This is what exploring deep space gets you. Unbelievable. But I think this is a planet because it was definitely round. You guys saw it round. And, you know, I don't know what else to say. It was definitely round. And here's water. So, I mean, it's definitely got to be a planet. But what planet, number one? Number two, why is it not labeled in the game as somewhere? Of course, you can't really visit it. It's not like it's a planet that we would be able to visit. But this is weird. And I can't see any other planets or anything else that are around. But I'm still heading towards whatever this is, this direction. It's amazing how big they made this. Absolutely amazing. It really is. And, you know, to be honest, I haven't found anywhere. I started Googling it. Once I started finding, like, this little planet out here, because it took so long to get here, I decided to start Googling, and I could not find anybody that had been out this far before. But, I mean, I'm definitely on... or floating above some sort of, you know, planet type of area. And unfortunately, it's not something I could just, you know, transport myself to using a train or anything like that. It's literally, like, I'll show you guys, it's literally just your map. And, like, that's where it stops, and you just kind of come back. And, you know, it's just a bunch of nothing. And even when you're in the... you know, on a planet that's actually a planet, there's not actually anything there. So this is what you're looking at. So literally everywhere I want to go in space, I have to actually travel to get there. But yeah, this is, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm hoping to find land or something, and I don't want to crash yet because I'm still curious to find out what that planet is right in front of me. Like, and otherwise, I would just like try to land my shuttle down and see what would happen. But I'm just trying to head to that planet, whatever that planet is out here. All right, so it looks like I'm getting close to an edge or something. Maybe? Or is it just not rendered yet? This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. And especially with how long it's taken me to get here. Because, I mean, I've been in this video for about 12 minutes now. And yeah, all I've been doing is just flying across water, heading to this random planet out here. It kind of looks like that's like the end of a world right there, though. But I guess we'll find out here shortly. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, it's so weird because it was like a wall. But, I mean, you could tell it was in the shape of like a planet. It was definitely circular. And here we are going against the, you know, the surface of it. And it looks like water, but it is not a planet that they added into the game. I keep finding my way going up, which I wonder if that's like the curvature of the planet. But there's no teleporting, so like whenever I get to a certain area, I don't like warp somewhere else, which is how it usually is when you're getting, you know, going from like, let's say Earth to Venus. When you leave Earth in a certain area, you'll end up warping closer to Venus. Then you'll be in Venus, then you go, you know, towards the planet, and you'll warp it down into the planet, into the atmosphere. And it has not been like that. You guys saw from the very beginning of the video where it was, you know, just straight here looking at water on this whatever I am. And then, you know, here I am still. There was no warping, but I am in deep space at the moment. So I don't know where they had to have added this planet, this rogue planet out here. And unfortunately, it doesn't get smaller and bigger. Like, the closer you get, the bigger it gets. The icon is what I'm talking about. You know, so unfortunately, I can't actually even tell where I am in relation to that planet. You know, I've been wondering for the last little bit whether it's an ESI planet, which is a Earth Similarity Index planet. So it's basically how it's relates to Earth. Does it have oxygen? Does it have, you know, the correct temperature? Does it have, you know, does it get too hot? Does it get too cold? Does it have, you know, a place where you can, you know, food? Does it have dirt and things like that? So I wonder if that's something they added in, but I don't know. I mean, here I am just like floating across vastness of space, looking at water that seems to be on a random planet. And here I am aimed at whatever this is in front of me. And I'm going to be really mad if this ends up being like a portal back into our solar system. But Sol is back that direction, so it wouldn't seem to me like that would be the case. So I decided to do a couple of tests while I'm here and not seeming like I'm not getting anywhere closer to the planet that is right over there that I can't ever seem to get to. I'm going to go ahead and slow my engine down to a stop and see if it has any gravity. So if I reverse back, cut the engine off, see if I'll actually float or if I will kind of start falling. If I start falling, I will turn the engines back on so I can start heading back. But if I just kind of float here, I think I'm going to try to do a spacewalk out here as well. But I can't tell if I'm falling or not. I guess here's the best way to do it. Point the nose downward. And it looks like I'm just floating. Maybe. This is when an altimeter would come in handy. Alright, so as much as I would love to finally figure out what that is on the other side over there, I think I'm going to try to do a spacewalk because I'm here and why not? All right, here we go. Nope, it is a spacewalk. So I'm actually going to get closer to the ground. And I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to try to go for a swim. Just to see what happens. Right? I mean, I'm a scientist. Got to figure it out. I mean, it's a world out here that is just water. I mean, it doesn't get any crazier than that. Of course, look at my space shuttle right now. Glitching out. It's because I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be. But it makes you wonder, where am I? You know what I mean? Like, in the world of GTA, you know, Rockstar didn't make this world here, right? So, you know, the mod developers made the ability to leave outside of the world that Rockstar made. However, I'm currently in deep space and on a planet, like, you know, coming up on a planet, you know, I'm actually in the planet, but I'm not in it. You know what I mean? So I'm, you know, in a planet or on a planet that is covered in water, yet it has no gravity. So I'm literally about to get as close as I can to the ground here. And just try to, you know, I'm going to stop my engine here in a second. Oh, snap. Oh, what? All right. So I can't go down like that. All right. So I'm definitely not falling. All right. So let's try this again. But I'm actually going to land. Will it let me float? It just floats back up. It's so weird. Look at this. All right. I got to get down a little bit further. All right. Don't float off. Don't float off. Oh, snap. I'm in trouble. Oh, yeah. Sit there. All right. Now that I know that it'll stop, I'm going to get down lower. Down lower. Just right. Come on. The gas and stuff still works, which is weird. And there's half my stuff back there. All right. So I'm jumping out. With my nose sticking in the water. What kind of stuff is this, man? All right. So how do I... Can I repair it? How do I repair it? Let's see. I can't tell if that's like something that's supposed to be here or not. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I'm going to repair it. All right, so I can't spacewalk, but there is no going forward and backwards and stuff like, or is there? It's just super slow. No? No? It's not possible? All right, so this is trippy. So trippy. All right, so everything's glitching out on... Whoa! Everything's glitching out on me. Oh, I broke those off again. My, are those aliens, is that what they call them? Or something like that? So I'm gonna... This is weird. So weird. But I'm able to actually drive and fly and stuff still, even though there's no sound. I'm still not seeing any land. I need to go ahead and repair this, because I bet you it's going to slow me down. Maybe not. I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. All right, come on. There we go. I guess that's where it needed to be repaired at. And I'll head back indoors. All right, fire them up. Oh, my engines aren't starting. That's weird. It's a weird place, man. It's a weird place. So I can't actually even... I decided to make a color changes, but I can't even go into first person anymore. I think I'm glitching out the game. I don't think I'm supposed to be this far out. But hey, you can't give me deep space and expect me not to explore. I don't have to eat. I don't have to sleep. So why not just go ahead and explore deep space? But, I can go a little higher, which I'm going to now. I'll go a little higher so you guys can actually see it again. I mean, this is definitely a planet. It's just a water planet, and it doesn't show up in the system anywhere. I have no engine sound. I mean, I definitely have sound coming, like not sound. I definitely have like smoke and stuff coming out of it, so I'm able to use it under power, but I don't have anything else. Like no actual like thrust or anything like that I can see or feel even, and I can't go into first person, unfortunately. So I'm going to continue on my journey heading towards this particular planet, wherever this is and whatever it is out here for. Yeah, I've already found one weird planet and might as well find another one. So I decided to do another spacewalk, and here I am looking at this, and my character's sitting here breathing, and you can see, his breath, because I guess it's so cold out here that you can actually see his breath, which makes you wonder why we have all of this water out here. All right, so I'm sure you guys can tell that I'm in a completely different plane. I went ahead and swapped over to the laser because it's so much faster than the shuttle I was just in. I got kind of tired of being here because I've already been flying for about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes at this point, and I'm just trying to get to whatever this is. I'm still over this kind of world that's down here. Whatever this is, it's just a water planet. However, there's no gravity, so there's water. It's awfully cold, but it's not... I've kind of exhausted my want to be on this particular planet. And so I'm still heading out north, from what this is saying, north, straight in front of me, to find out what this planet is up here, because it's not one that shows up. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know. There's no warp. I can't warp anywhere. I cannot use... I can't use any transport or anything like that. And I'll just go ahead and show you guys. So I can click all day long and it doesn't show up. Not to mention I can scroll to right here and that's it. It won't let me scroll anymore, left and right, up and down. That's it. So two things are going to happen. I'm either going to A, run into a wall on the other side of this planet, or B, it's going to let me keep going, but there is no way I can actually use anything to get anywhere. There's no teleporting. There's none of that. So, this is awesome. I'm not going to lie in the least little bit. I am in deep space, flying around in a laser jet, and I just found a water planet. I'm trying to get away from the water planet at this time and head to whatever this rogue planet is out here. And for all I know, that's the Milky Way. That could be... me leaving the Milky Way galaxy and going even further. However, I would think that leaving the Milky Way galaxy would then be deep space, not where I'm at right now. Right where I'm at right now, since I'm already past deep space and you have the Sol system behind me, then I should be out of the Milky Way at this time. But I don't know. Had I, just used the trainer or whatever, the menu they have for this particular mod and warped to the Milky Way, that would have been one thing, but I would not have found this planet. You know what I mean? I could have used that, been at the Milky Way, if that's what this ends up being, is the Milky Way. But I'm still waiting for some sort of notification saying Milky Way or, something along those lines, and I have yet to see that. So I'm still just flying, and plane is glitching out all over the place. But hey, anything to find out what this is. Anything. This seems to be a huge world because I am still on it. But you can tell the curvature of it. Let me see it behind me. You can tell I've come a long way as well. So hopefully at some point I will be able to leave and I'll be past this little planet. It is amazing how far it is though. I'm not going to lie about that. It is absolutely amazing how far it is. Going to first person, I feel like I'm going to have a seizure. I'm going to go ahead and test and figure out if this is really water. I mean, I know it is, but like I feel like it. I wonder if it's. That one blew up. It doesn't seem like it's very shallow either. Could shoot it straight down. No, might be deeper than I thought. Let's test with the guns. Yeah. Oh man, that was kind of close. You can even see the shadow. Getting off course here. All right, so I seem to have left the mysterious water planet, and you can see it right there behind me, kind of getting smaller as time goes by. And I'm still heading out to my place over here, this other mysterious planet that I don't know anything about. But this jet seems to be smashing it in space, man. I mean, look at that. How weird is that? So strange. So strange. So hopefully I will eventually get to this other planet. So far, I have been recording for about an hour and 35 minutes. So I am, man, planet disappeared quick. So I am getting a little frustrated. I'm ready to get here. I am definitely ready to get here. I might end up having to save it for another episode. But there is no telling what it is. I don't know. But I've been traveling way too long to be able to enjoy the rest of the trip. All right, so I gave up. It was, I couldn't even find anywhere, like any notification saying it was somewhere close by. So I gave up and decided to come back to this little water world and decided to do some weird stuff. See if I can, get in a jet ski and stuff like that and just fly around and float around and do whatever I want to do. I'm actually going to first do this. Float to the top. All right. Oh, wow. All right. Let's see what happens when I spawn a jet ski. So pretty much everything I spawned, it like starts in the water and then starts like floating up in the air. I'm going to show you guys how much stuff I actually spawned in here. I went through the whole list of everything I could get, and you literally just start to float. You don't stay on the ground no matter how much gas you give it or nothing. It just kind of floats. So I'm going to try something else really quick. All right, so I'm going to try to crash this in the water. And then I'm going to try to spawn the submersible and climb in the submersible. Well, let's see what's going to happen. Oh, come on, stay underwater. Stay underwater. No! No! All right, so there is no floating around down here, unfortunately. It doesn't seem like it anyway. That stinks. I mean, even if I... Yeah, I'm just going to sit here and float around the vastness of space. I really would love to know what's over there, but after an hour and a half of recording and not getting anywhere and, starting to not realize what's up and down and left and right, it just wasn't feasible for me to keep going. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I don't know if this is a world or not. You guys feel free to let me know if you guys know, but this whole episode was in deep space. I was not in, our solar system. You guys saw that at the very beginning of the episode. So, everything that I found out here was all deep space stuff. If you guys liked it, please leave a like button. If you guys want to keep getting updates, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Other than that, I do hope you guys continue to have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys next episode.